Hello everyone, welcome back to Art Lounge. This is Drawing Comics Part 15, where I will be coloring, watercoloring John Buscema's Conan the Barbarian. Hi Annie, I don't know if you're still in there, if you're still a viewer, but welcome to Art Lounge. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna bring up the chat. Okay. So, where do we leave off? This is Drawing Comics panels, which you guys will see more of tomorrow, but let's see. As far as coloring comics go, we go a little bit back. And this is where we left off. I didn't stream last night. I didn't do coloring comics last night. I got really focused on my project that I was working on earlier this today, the previous stream, if you were part of it. So not much has developed since then for the coloring comics stream, but I'm back today, and I'm excited to finish up these panels and really understand the watercoloring process. There's a part of me that is slightly disheartened because, as you guys might know from the other streams when I was talking about coloring comics and what the process was like years ago, back in the 30s, back in the 40s, they used India ink, whereas I'm using watercolor. And I think I'm running into some of the issues here, maybe because of that. I'm trying to blame it on a different medium, but really it's more to do with just not understanding watercolors that well, like not understanding the water to pigment ratio as well. And I'm still going to be using water if I'm going to be using Dr. Martin's India ink. I don't think that's going to change. There's also resistance for me to look at tutorials on how to use watercolor, and that's a lot to do with the fact that I like to work through the process. I like to figure things out and just be like, oh wow, okay, I get it now this makes sense, and then from there just take over. But I'm willing to take on the challenge today, work past this frustration, and maybe learn something new. Okay, so it's pretty hot in the apartment. Water has evaporated. Let's see if I could bring the mixing palette down a little bit so you guys can see the process for that. I got myself this jar of water. It looks pretty gross right now, but I just wanted to demonstrate to you guys, you don't really need anything fancy. It could be like a jam jar that you just turn into your water jar, and this is where I clean the brush. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now because that looks pretty dirty, and the brushes deserve some clean water. So I'll be right back in 1 minute. Also, an important note is, as you can see, there's like a lid on top of it. It's really important. You don't want it to lie around open, especially if you got pets. You want to make sure that you can close it afterwards, so it prevents like it from being knocked over either by your pet or you, and getting all over your work and getting all over your electronics, and just avoiding that disaster. It's the best way to go about it. Alright, so I'm going to continue working on this gentleman's tunic. Robe. I'm really more curious just to experience the medium. It's not even so much that I don't want to do watercolor or whatnot. I think I just want to see what the difference really is between the two, because they're supposed to be opaque. And it looks like India ink is more transparent, which serves this well. Yeah. At the beginning, when I was first using watercolor, and I'll show you guys. I mean, you could kind of even see it in these other examples, but just for fun, to show other panel work. I was using a lot of pigment, and it covered up a really important detail. Like, as you could see over here, certain parts of the hair got covered up with pigment. And then more places over here, you could see in the smoke, there's certain lines there that I really wanted to hold on to. Same thing here as well. So I think if I'm working with, and on the body here, if I'm working with India ink, if I'm working with Dr. Martens, I'll avoid that. That's my hope. That's the main reason, really, why I would like to switch over to India ink instead of continuing with watercolor. But over the few weeks that I've been streaming, I was able to just kind of figure out that you have to use a little bit more water, the pigment, so that it's more transparent, like you see it here. Whoa, getting some lag spikes there. Every time I sit down to draw, I'm hoping that I'll understand it better. I'll understand the water to pigment ratio better. I don't think you guys can see the mixing yet. And I think I have to squeeze new bits of paint. No, that's too orange. Trying to get in between that. Maybe a little magenta there. Darken it up. The red that I'm looking for, I feel like it's mixing magenta with yellow. But the result seems to be more of like a bloody red. Which doesn't seem to suit what I'm seeing. Maybe a drop of magenta. I'm gonna try a new color. I'm gonna try crimson red, and mix that with yellow. See how that comes out as far as flames go. Guess that's something that I'm gonna have to test out. Well, it looks like a raspberry red. Really, these colors are coming out to be more more on the orange side, whereas I need a raspberry red, and I can't really figure out which colors to mix to get it. There isn't really anywhere else that I could try it. Maybe on this back right here. Fingers crossed. Nope, it's already too magenta. How did you guys do it? Because they weren't using that many colors, and a lot of them were mixed using CMYK. Just cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. That's it. And to do all these different color variations with just those 4 colors. Oh. Coloring this made me realize, I missed some detail over here. His armor seems pretty plain. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how that red turned out. It's like way too orange. But maybe maybe once it dries, I'll come back to it. It's pretty close. But his pants look a little bit more vibrant. And I'm wondering, like there's like a little reddish tint there. So dare I experiment a little bit with a dab of red and see how that plays into it. Oh no. I need the rag. No go. It's like the color of the pants now. Bummer. I'm beginning to wonder if old school colorists would sit down and first mix all the colors that they see on the page before they actually sit down to color any of it. Like if that's like an important pre-step, you know? Because it seems like that would be for me. I'm constantly I'm changing the tone a little bit. Each time I try to mix the color, it turns out to be like a different, slightly different tone. And that's not good. Maybe some raw umber. We'll do some good. No, raw umber is like really dark. I'm gonna give a quick test on the side of the paper. Not good. Okay, I'm gonna move on for now. I'm gonna move on to the most challenging. Oh, wait, no, we got the stairs here. And then I'm gonna move on to the most challenging, which is the skin color. Now, let's see. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use a little bit of magenta, yellow, and add some white. Nice. That looks about right. Maybe a smidge more red. I think my skin color is a little bit on the on the orange side. And it needs to be on the red side. Gotta bring in red again. With a subtle hint of brown for this grub that he's having. I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna say it's meat. Gross. Yeah, pretty much does it for this panel. Might go over the ladder once again. It looks pretty light. I'll tell you, it's such a delicate process when it comes to this. Like, just a tiny bit of water and pigment makes a huge difference. Alright. Not too satisfied with that red. Kind of ruins it for me. Trying to see how wet it is, so maybe I could go over it. Mm. It's better than where it was in the beginning. I'm going to say more white, maybe that could save it. And the answer is a resounding no. In fact, it just took it back. Just really didn't like the color. It doesn't work well with everything else that's going on. I feel like it's so overpowering that it just takes over the entire panel. As you can see with this flame that I'm working on right now. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave that. Let it dry, see what happens. And this is what I wanted to avoid, like you see that. This mark right here, that's something that I didn't want to happen. But moving on. I don't want it to press down and yeah, see that? Boy oh boy, watercolors. Give me some issues. Okay, sorry about the buffering, guys. Just waiting for it to calm down. I'm gonna get started on this panel right here on top. And we'll see how far I can get with it. Because we are coming close to the end of the stream. And this one seems to be a relatively easy panel. I don't know if you guys can see it. but I'm going to be working on this panel right here. And it's pretty solid colors. It's purple and pink, I guess. I'm going to have to test out the red over here as well. I pre-mixed the color, but I think I'm going to have to do it again. It's pretty close. I'm actually satisfied with that.
What is this place?
Sounds like the music sounds like Mortal Kombat disco music, like they combine disco and Mortal Kombat. Trying to move quickly before it dries onto the paper. That's really dark. Let's see if we could work that out. There's just way too many purple variations, and I kind of wanted a solid tone. I think at some point in the future I will be testing out color pencils. I have a pretty big set with various colors on there, so I'm just kind of curious to see what that's gonna make each panel look like. I think watercolor is causing me so much frustration. I'm like, I'm gonna look for other mediums. No, I'm not done with it. That's one of the reasons why I was hesitant last night to not stream watercolor, because I don't want to take a break. I don't want to lose an opportunity to learn and get better with it, to understand it better. But I was really in the mood for finishing up more of the project stream, and it looks like it's gonna be done hopefully by the end of this week. I'm gonna take time to actually do it more off stream and get more coloring done. I feel like that part isn't as crucial as like the beginning step. Like I wanted you guys to see the whole process of how I built up the entire sketch. Whereas with coloring, I think it's okay if you guys don't see the entire step of the way. Just for the sake of starting a different project. I think that's going to be also exciting. And with that said, ladies and gents, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for tuning in, for checking out the stream, for hanging out at Art Lounge. I will be back tomorrow, same time and same place, for more coloring comics. Also, check out the project stream at 8 p.m. For those who are interested in getting some drawing tips, I do drawing basics stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right after, at 4 p.m., I do drawing comics, which is what this is. I create these panels so that I have something to color for the coloring comics session. So you can check all those out. You could also check me out on all the social media links that are posted on the site. Leave any comments, talk about your own process, talk about some of the things that you're studying right now. We could talk about it in the next stream. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you soon.